Welcome everybody to episode 9 of the Banter Box with me, Connor Quinn, and Richie darker than black. Blacker. Gonna change your name, mate?
No, I'm definitely not changing my name.
It's his actual name, by the way, in case anybody isn't.
It's not a stage name. I've been fucking messaged about it as well. Like
no insult, it's just your name.
No insult. It's like that time when like with the whole woke. It was actually about 2 years ago when the whole woke culture was coming about, like getting really, really big, and like the Black Madonna had to change her name to the Blessed Madonna. Joey Negro had to change his name. I can't remember what he changed his name to, but I got messaged as well. So people started messaging me saying, I think it's about time you changed your name too. I'm like, fuck yourself, it's my name.
It's on my birth certificate.
No, it's not a stage name, it's actually my name. I'm not going to change it too.
You're born on
Brandy kept telling me I should change it to Ricardo Blanco.
That sounds so Spanish.
It is.
But no, that's actually funny. Your whole family's looking like that. Your brothers, let's see, his plumbing place is Blacker.
Blacker too. Well, that's the family name, so
can't really go with it.
I know. Fucking people changing it because they don't like it.
Going to change my name.
I'm a racist cunt.
It's like me. Somebody asked me to change my name from Quinn the Queer. And my name's actually Connor Queer.
Who knew?
I knew. Did I give it away? I'm only joking. So I just we're going to have a wee bit of a chat about the music industry. You're the first music industry person I've had on. DJ I've had on. I think Kieran McCauley's going to come on as well.
Is he? I was going to say to you should get Kieran on.
He'd be good crack.
We Dara, he'd be good to get on it too.
He would, wouldn't he? And then here, all Bonnie Boys.
Oh, Bonnie Boys, that's right, yeah.
Did any
North Belfast crew?
That's it, the Bonnie Boys. Once it went to Trinity, it turned out shit. And I think DJs
do you know what? See, for a school that didn't have any fucking proper like music courses when we were at school, we all turned out alright. See, the year after I left, they actually started doing music technology in the school. Because I remember when the last day that I left, I remember saying to Mr. Maskey, he was like, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to be a fucking DJ. You know? And he's like, but you need to think the bigger picture. Like, what do you want to do? I was like, I want to be a DJ.
But things have changed.
He couldn't get his head around it, so he sent me up to the music class to speak to the music teacher. But she wasn't my music teacher either. So
was it Miss Clark?
It might have been. She was a younger girl.
Glasses.
And she was just like, you should leave and then go and try and do a course.
You should leave.
Well, no, I was leaving anyway, so it was like, you should go and try and do a course in music technology.
Yeah.
So then that's what I did. And it turns out the year after that, they ended up started doing music technology in the school, and you could do it for your GCSE.
Mate, but here was a scam.
Was it?
Because I fucking done music, and the year above me, we're all doing teacher comes in, teacher how to use the decks. No, I was like, yes, you can do it. No, went in, and I went in the year full of hippies. So what I got, yes, my thing was like, right, we're not paying for like a teacher to come in and teach it. And I was like, why wasn't I not in the fucking biggest mix year that wanted to do music?
I know.
And then I had to do the drums. And then I was like, I don't want to do
the drums. You could have done it on the keyboard. No, the keyboard in music class. DJ. I had all the fucking shitty buttons on it.
Like, wee. Take your
the air horns and shit.
But then I ended up having to do, I have a GCSE in the boron. I swear to God, mate.
We're playing the old drum.
the boron and the African drum.
Do you know what? Brandy told me about that recently.
Yeah.
He says that, because I was talking about like wanting to do something really like a techno track, but like having like all the drums like traditional Irish like boron drums. I was like, Connor Quinn did it.
I still have a
Connor
boron.
plays the boron. He's fucking right.
Down. That's all I remember. So, you know what happened in our school, right? Do you remember Bonnie used to do like a continental breakfast?
No,
like,
I just remember. No, when I went to Bonnie, when you went into breakfast in the mornings, it was fucking steel toast and jam.
No, it wasn't every day. It was like once a year.
No, I don't remember any of that. You've been lucky.
It's just because I done music or GCSE. So you know what they've done? Like there was all different schools there, but Boys Model came down. So obviously Boys Model come down.
That's why they're making a fucking impression.
Yeah, so they had brought Boys Model down. Obviously they're all fucking the 12th, and they do like big lambeg drums, right? So there's one lambeg drum and about 40 curly headed fucks with like borons, and because you couldn't hear us, remember my teacher was just shouting down. They were trying to get us heard over the top of it. It was like, miss, can we give up here? Bloody hands and everything. But yeah, no, I think like there's so many fucking good DJs came from it, and it's basically all self-taught, really, isn't it? From it,
yeah, it is all self-taught too. Yeah, it's but it's a shame that they didn't do more for us. But it just shows you that you didn't need it either, because we all end up doing well regardless of what they were showing us in school or teaching us in school.
And you're like, obviously it's all dance music you all do, but it's all different types of that. Like all your
Yeah,
you
I suppose like between there's actually a good point, because Dara, Kieran, and me, as you says, it is all dance music, but it's
completely
like my music is not like their music. Kieran's music is not like my music.
Yeah.
Dara's music is a wee bit more different than Kieran's, but they're kind of still a bit similar. But yeah, completely different styles of genres, with sub-genres within dance music.
Yeah.
But we all fucking done really well with it.
I know. It's actually class, so like, it's mad, but I bet you loads of people don't even know. Fucking, it's all from the same school.
Just don't even think they know.
I know. Once he used to be DJing fucking for lunchtime and all. Or I can't let the breakfast down using all the decks.
No carpet out for the fucking DJ.
So here, how did it start then? So how did you start? What was your like? Obviously, you said did you go to Tech and do it then?
It's going to Tech and do it. So my brothers would have been Kieran and Paul, my older brothers. My music influences all come from them. So when I was about 6, 7. Like I would have sat up in the room with Emmons while they were getting ready to go to the art college and go to the Ulster Hall to see fucking Carl Cox at Hellraiser and go and see David Holmes in the Ulster Hall at Sugar Sweet. And I just used to blow my mind, like sitting with Emmons, watching Emmons getting ready to go out and listening to all the rave tapes. And so like my music knowledge of like old school rave would have been like really like the likes of Orbital, 808 State, Andrew Weather, like a really underground sort of taste to it. So I didn't really, most people get into dance music through more the commercial side of it. I didn't even know who the fuck Tiesto was until I got to secondary school. I remember sitting in class one day and fucking Jim Hamby turned around and goes, "You ever hear that Daddy Over Strings?" I was like, "What the fuck's that?" And Tiesto was like, "Who's that?" And he goes, "He's the biggest DJ in the world. How can you want to be a DJ and you never heard of him?" But then I only kind of started getting into the commercial side of things through trance music and all when I actually got to secondary school. And then for years it was just teaching myself how to play the decks, teaching myself how to mix on vinyl, and then I moved into the digital side, and CD decks. Started getting gigs around Belfast and Yellow, got a residency for Yellow, and then really started getting into music production because I knew you needed to, and getting signed to labels. And then, cut a long story short, I was signed to really shitty, dicky labels that fucking were not even worth talking about, and the tracks that I listen to them, it's comical now, like they're absolutely they're dog shit. I listened to one of them recently, I was like, fuck.
Do you have ones like that though? That's sort of
if you want to search them, they're out there. And they're fucking bad, I'll tell you that. They're really bad.
What was the first one? Destiny or something? Was your first one?
That was when he really started getting good. But even at that, I was still kind of cringe a wee bit at that too.
I actually haven't heard that. Claire told me about that today.
Have you not? No.
Nah. I love it like in your party with him, and he sends you like a link that he has on SoundCloud, and you're sitting there like going, "Oh Jesus, look what I have." There's a couple I had, and then you took some of them off. I was like, "I used to fucking like that tune."
I know. Well, then from then I kind of like Scream. So then Scream kind of gave him a big break. Started signing tracks from me, and then from his label, I think it was the third release on his label of Unsound Mind, is when we got the Beatport #1, and that was just when lockdown hit, and then everything just fucking exploded from that, and it just fucking went from 0 to 100.
You obviously have that song with Crystal Waters. How do you feel about that? I love that song.
I like it, right? But it kind of left.
He can't believe that was yours.
I know.
The day he was like, "There's no way is that his song." I was like, "Yeah."
So it's like that's another good point as well, because all these labels that I was signing to were all underground house and techno labels. Yeah. And then when we did that one, that was the major record label that we went to, and I kind of got my eyes opened a little bit with that. It was like a bittersweet thing. It was such an achievement to sign to a major record label and get paid an absolute boatload of money for it. Yeah. But at the same time, it almost damaged my career in a way, because it moved me into like sort of like a scene where I was wanting to get booked by these bigger sort of commercial festivals on commercial stages, and it wasn't the right fit for my sound, because I am an underground DJ.
Feel like you're selling your shoulder.
Yeah, it would have been, and the money and all was good, and you're still turning that down because it would do more damage to your career than nothing. I mean, you might get one good summer touring with it, but that track's not going to be around forever, and you're not going to be riding that coattails of that track forever. So it's kind of like I was having to turn it down so you can still stay relevant within the underground scene, which I'm known for and which I want to be a part of and which I am a part of. And that was it was hard to turn those kind of gigs down, especially the money that you were getting. But even though you got that money from the big record label itself, like the smaller promoters, the underground promoters, they didn't want to book me no more, because it was kind of like,
you're seen as that.
Yeah, you're kind of like, is he just going to go and chase the money here?
You see that a lot though. I sometimes hate when you like see like a DJ and You go like, I love that DJ, and then they bring out something and everybody sort of knows them, and then you
I
get
know, well, that's
DJ
another too.
Did you ever see DJ Sinfield?
DJ Sinfield,
And his song Never Used to Listen. Never used to. I'm like, that's so opposite to any of his songs I've ever listened to before.
Well, this is the thing too. I mean, it's all right to kind of, like, as a producer, like, to kind of broaden your horizons a little bit, but at the end of the day, you could make the most underground track ever.
Yeah.
If fucking everyone starts liking it and it becomes popular,
yeah,
you're kind of tarnished with that brush of being commercial in, but it's not your fault that fucking you've made it a track that people like.
I know,
but it's not, might not even be a commercial track.
Yeah,
and a lot of DJs do get, like Alan Fitzpatrick, he was talking about that recently, where he made that techno track. I can't even remember what you call it. It was like dun 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 dun. It was huge. It was like an underground anthem. And then he says he was getting like silly money offers from record labels to create something again like that. And he was doing, as a techno DJ, playing like fucking the biggest techno festivals in the world, like Awakenings. But like he was wanting them to play in like fucking cheesy fucking house stages, and he's like, that's not me. And so you can get tarnished with it.
What do they call that? I need to listen to it. It's the boots one. We do what we want.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I always see if I see two pair of doctors in your party and you see like somebody took off their DMs or sitting in the corner. I'm always like because that's what the cover looks like of it there.
It's like a great background.
It's like a great background. Let's see, where is it? Somebody's took their boots off. I know. But I actually know what you mean. Like, there's something like, obviously mine's would be like as known, but sometimes I don't want to put my name to like shoots. Do you know what I mean? Like, like people like, would you just do that? I'm like, I'm not that type of photographer. I'm not doing that. Do you know what I mean?
I think you need to have your boundaries too. I mean, because the reason why people do want to book you is because you are like a cool photographer as well. You can't sell out doing anything. Like, to be honest, you have to keep that bit of credibility to whatever it is you're doing.
Like, imagine me starting to do baby shoots and be like, a car doesn't fit yourself. That doesn't work.
He's so cute, isn't it? Look at his wee sailor hat on.
Here, you want to wrap us around? I used to do them before, and I was like, this is not for me. I don't even like kids. I was like, trying to get a 1-year-old to smell while they're crying. Like, did you get any of them smell? And I meant, your fucking child crying from the get in here. I mean, there was one where I was hiding underneath a seat and on, the child was still crying. I was like, this is not for me. I mean,
as they say, you should never work with animals or kids.
I know. I work with all the above.
These are the animals.
Funny as fuck. So here a wee bit more then about Mess Express. How's that going?
So Mess Express is my own record label that I kind of. So I'll give you a background of why the real reason why I started it. So when you sign a track to a label, especially the underground labels, they're only like, they're indie labels, so they're only releasing one track a month.
Yeah.
And if I have a track and I send it to a label, an indie label, an underground label, there might be 8 other people in front of me that are getting released, so that track's not going to get released for another 8 months. So it's like I'm constantly making music every day, and you can't get it out quick enough. Now the bigger labels, like sort of like the ones that you kind of get to before you get to the major labels like Anjuna Deep and Armada and stuff, they're releasing every week.
Yeah.
But at the same time, they're very picky about what they pick because they are such.
Yeah.
These are prestige labels and you want to get onto them. But then they have certain sort of sounds that they're only going to release that certain sort of sound. Like I'm on Anjuna Deep, but it's like they're very picky about what to take. So it's like I wanted a label to be able to put whatever I wanted out. And I'm a DJ that, yes, I make underground music, but it's like I don't like to pigeonhole myself to the one style of underground music. Like I'll make house, I'll make techno, I'll make tech house, I'll make indie disco.
Yep.
So it's like I wanted a platform where I could put it out. So if I made a track this morning, I could essentially put it out next Friday if I wanted to.
Unreal.
Yeah, so that's what I wanted. But I also wanted a platform to kind of bring through new, more emerging talent, like the way Scream and Danny Hard from Radio 1 brought me through.
Yeah.
And give me my break. And there's some amazing talent out there. Like I'm getting sent these tracks. There's these 2 guys from Greece and Athens called the Bro Team Boys. Their fucking music is insane. Like it's how good they are. And then these other 2 guys from Bristol, Panaflex. They're honestly, it's like if Aphex Twin, Orbital, and Bicep had a baby, this is who they would be. And they're honestly, their music, you're getting sent and you're just going like, if you had your eyes closed, you'd swear that was Bicep. But not like them, not like they're copying Bicep in a way. But it's like they're so fucking good, and it's like I'm glad that we have a platform now to help these people put out their music, and you know what I mean. So that was the whole ethos behind it.
Everybody loves music and all, but they don't understand how the industry works. And I done a wee bit of work with like a singer-songwriter. He was from like Donegal, but like he had like a agency in LA, and that was the same. It was like they were sort of like the social media presence is a big thing, and like how you sort of get your music out there is that way.
That's one thing I hate about this industry is the social media side of it. I fucking hate it.
It
shouldn't be like me making music should not have to be worrying like 50% should be worrying about a social media presence on behind that, because it's the furthest thing from my mind when I go into the studio. Like, I'm seeing people sitting in the studio putting up clips of their tracks and all this here. Like, when I go into the studio, phone's off.
I know.
It's like, it's
when you're being creative, like, and if that's the way you work, that's the way you work. Like, you can't.
I know. Like,
can't
I'm not sitting there going, right, hold on, I fucking get my fucking ring light set up and my camera and all, sitting doing all this and all the fucking camera. I think it's cringy and cheesy as fuck. But yet, I'm constantly being told that I need to be more present on social media, and I fucking hate it. I'm just old school.
I know.
I'm just all about making the music. But that's something I do need to work on, because it is a free platform to use and utilize and use it as a tool. But I mean, I only use social media when I actually have a track that's been released, and I'm using that to promote the track. Yeah. Instead of kind of like letting people hear unreleased stuff. And
I know it becomes it's definitely a second job. It's definitely a second job in itself. Like, most people just have to get bringing people in to do it.
And do you know what? It's not even just a case of like, all right, it's there and do it. It's some people are really fucking good at it. I'm not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I am.
I'm shit at it.
I'm shit at it.
I'm like, see, for myself, I can create content for people fucking all day. But see, when it comes to myself, I'm like,
I know. Like, that's the same thing with me. I could give people like ideas of what to do for tracks and all, but see, when it comes to like doing it for myself, yeah, I'm shit at it. I have a TikTok and don't use it. My management ran it for me for ages, yeah, and when I parted ways with them, then they gave me the login for it, and I don't think I've logged into it since.
I think I followed you. So why you didn't follow me back?
Probably. I don't use it at all. Like.
Follow me back now. But see, I only like our TikTok in a way, like, was all personal, and then we made it. But that's what that PT was on like last week. He was saying he struggled with it until he actually just started being himself on it, like, and because it was all like, you need to come on, talk like this, you can't curse. And then he says as soon as he came on, started fucking cursing and talking about life stuff, he just fucking blew up. And I was like, that's,
I know, but that's people, you need to be yourself too. And like, that's one thing I'm terrible for. I'm terrible for swearing.
Aye.
Like, that's
I read you swear once. I'm like, fucking.
I know, I've actually
it's like, Richie, say fuck.
I'm actually really conscious about it when I was coming down here to do this, because I've been dreading this as well. I hate talking on fucking camera. I hate, like, so Connor does been doing my like social media like press shots and stuff for years. And even like, how much I hate getting my photo taken. But
you're not
like, and how much I was nervous about even coming down to do this, because I hate it.
I said to him a couple of times. I said to him, text him.
Like, how many times did I put this off? I had something on every weekend that I couldn't come and do it. And then you're 9 episodes in, because I was meant to do the second one. And then 9 episodes in now, and I'm kind of like, right, I'm running out of excuses here. Because
it was not like I got you face to face in the wedding. I was like, hereby book again for next weekend, mate. And you were like,
I had no other choice. I was like, fucking bastards, caught me on the spot.
He was like, yes. And I went, he better remember, he's fucking black.
I know, but then the Whiskey and White Boys, have asked me for months and months to go onto theirs, and I'm running out of excuses with them. And then I did like an illegal rave thing a couple of weeks ago in Belfast. It was like this here underground, like hush legal rave thing. And they end up being there at it because somebody they knew was playing, and they were saying to me, they go, "What is this about? Why are you not coming on to our fucking podcast? We heard you don't want to do it." No, and I was like, because Chris had ended up fucking spilled the beans. He says he doesn't want to do it, but it's not because I didn't want to do that.
You just don't want to do it.
I hate talking on camera.
That's why I said. Yeah,
I hate getting intervied. I fucking hate getting my photos taken. Remember that time when the first time you were taking my precious? You were like, "What are you doing?" Like, I don't know. Doing all these weird poses. I'm like, I don't know. I can't relax. And then there's nothing worse than getting like your photo taken like professionally. You forget to do with your hands or your arms. You don't know what to do them. All of a sudden you realize I've got arms, and you don't know what to do with them. You're like,
that's usually you in a party. I've got arms. I'm like, what are you doing? It's very hands. I have some funny stories to tell here, mate.
I fucking hope they don't come up either.
We're only warming up like this. It's the professional side. Wait till I start. You're fucked.
I'm dreading the questions at the end, because earlier on I was like into the group chat. He's been doing this banter box later on, and they went, "We know we've already been texting Connor loads of questions." I was like, fuck.
Claire, I was saying the Claire, I was like, come on, Claire, fill me in.
She's been spelling the dirt.
Just a wee bit.
Fucking bitch.
But you know what I was going to say to you, see, when you said Connor Hall, so see, my man, I used to go to art college, and some person thinks that I'm called after somebody they're related to. My mum was like, you're not. You're named after the Connor Hall. What's up? I can see. She was like, no, we just loved the art college. And when I went to uni, it was still called the Connor Hall Lecture Theatre.
Was that what it was called? I just always noticed it at the art college.
I actually think they're inside theirs were called the Connor Hall, and I was like, that's sweet. You want it? It is. The group stuff.
Put your PWP plaque up.
I done music and boron, and my name's Connor Hall. I love music, me.
I was conceived here.
It's a church I popped inside there. You ever seen that video?
No.
The girl out the window, she's like, "That's a church I was baptized in." She follows us on TikTok. It's funny as fuck. I'm actually going to send you it after. Fuck, that's a gig. Don't know what I was going to say. I had a lot of thoughts there. I'm trying not to think about the party thoughts and talk about and more questions out. Yes, this is what I wanted to ask you. So what was it like with Danny Hart and stuff? That's fucking big, like.
I know, it was good. So yeah, that's probably the biggest thing that happened. So it was like it was the end of 2020, and they contacted his producer from Radio 1 contacted my management at the time, and were like, because at that stage Danny had been playing loads of my music. Yeah. And like at one stage he played one of the tracks like 5 consecutive weeks in a row. And I know they probably play Rihanna on daytime radio all the time, but that's pop music. Underground music's not the same. Aye. So even Danny says like usually with a track on Radio 1 dance tracks they get 2 weeks. Yep. But he says for me to play your track 5 weeks in a row is literally. What track was it? Says Gremlins. Was it? Yeah. I love the names. Fitting for our crowd anyway. I know
the names to him songs. Here, no, you're like.
What's that?
You're like the Eminem of fucking techno music. They're very controversial.
They are very controversial,
but I love it.
So yeah, he played Sesh Gremlins like 5 weeks in a row, and then he just kept playing my music every week. And so his producer from the show contacted my management and was just like, "Listen, we love Richie, and we want him like bring him on and make him like in January and make him like the biggest up and coming artist of 2021." So that was kind of like fucking mind blowing at the time. But then we heard fucking nothing from them. It was like in November, and we didn't hear nothing from them until we were emailing them stuff back and forth, like what do we need to do and stuff, or do we need anything from us? Do you just want us to come over? Do we need big flights? And then it happened, and then 2 weeks before it, the messages, and then we done like because it was COVID at the time, they couldn't bring me over, so we done like a video interview. And then after that that kind of really blew things up for me as well. All the gigs that I'd wanted to do were all coming in thick and fast, and
like stuff with Frankie Van stuff and all that.
And then we could sign so then after that we signed another track to Scream's label, and it went to number 1 on Beatport, which is like where all the DJs buy their music from. Like for like to play like the proper like WAV files and AI files and stuff where they can play in their DJ sets. And when I was number 1, David Guetta was number 3. Like his new track was number 3, so that's the kind of like the magnitude of like how big it was at the time. That's unreal. So yeah, so it kind of after that it fucking exploded, and then we released another track, a follow-up EP on his label, and it ended up going to number 2, and it was just like a snowball effect from there. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger, and then in a way when my mum took sick, she got diagnosed with cancer, and that was like a fucking spanner in the works, and that just derailed me. So then coming up to the last couple of months, I just completely cancelled all the touring, cancelled all the gigs, because it was just like full time round the clock care with her. And then my biggest fear was as well, I remember playing in Bristol one night, and my dad texted me and said she took a bit of a bad turn, and I couldn't concentrate in the gig. I stopped drinking. I was panicking. I was like saying that because Mr. Souza, my friend Toby, he was with me at the time, and he was warming up for me, and I was like, I'm gonna try and get a fucking flight here and just leave now. But I couldn't get one, and the next flight I could get was back to Belfast and back to Dublin. I flew from Belfast, so I had to get a fucking flight. I left the club at 6 a.m, went straight to the airport, got a flight to Dublin, and got a bus back to Belfast. And it turns out she was alright, but it was just she had a bit of a bad night, and it was just like that then scared me. I was like, I do not want to be away in case anything happens, because it was terminal. We knew she was going to die, and so after that derailed me. After that, then when she did die, God rest her, it was kind of like it was fucking back full mode again afterwards, just DJing, and then things kind of
that's the best thing to do though, because like, you know, like I was probably just the way like saying just to be like, no, just stay at home, and it made you feel more like, even though it was just when you got home she was fine, just put it into perspective for you.
It was like, because that was always my fear anyway. If it was me, I knew at some point I was going to have to stop at touring for a while, and then afterwards, after I kind of like, I didn't really give myself much time to grieve afterwards. It was just like I threw myself back into it again. It was almost like to take my mind off it. And
well, that's it.
And then things started to slow down, because after that I just didn't have the drive in me anymore. That didn't have the same fire in my belly to kind of keep chasing this. After it was just because it was such a high for at one stage, and then it was just like fucking such a low for me. And as much as I was kind of like trying to chase it, I just didn't have the same fire in my belly for it no more. And the music started to suffer, and I kind of had to take a bit of time away from it there for a while, for the last 6 months. Yeah.
You do though, like you sort of like, not like, I mean, I think creatively, like what you're saying about throwing yourself back in. Didn't when Nadine's when we did, I remember like she back saying, "Wild her when we like week with stuff on. She's not made me saying. I think she like went and done an interview for a promotion in her job, and she needed that to take her mind off it. And she said, and then she went straight back to work so quick. And she says she was like, I needed to do that because I needed to take my mind off it. Do you know what I mean? But I'm gonna need time off. Like at one point, because you do like it takes your mind off.
But what happened to me was I did throw myself back into it. But what made me throw myself back into it, you're throwing yourself back into not like a 9-to-5 job, which has stability. I'm throwing myself back into a 9-to-5, no, like a weekend job that is just sex, drugs, and rock and roll. You know what I mean? That's a fucking horrible combination. That is a recipe for disaster when you're grieving. So I was like, you're going to these fucking amazing countries and you're landing, getting picked up in Rolls Royces, brought to a 5-star hotel, mini bar full of drink, took to the club, drink all night long, you're partying, there's no sleep, fucking on a plane, back to another country the next day, and then repeat, and then all week you're dying, and then you're fucking repeat the same cycle the next weekend, and it was just a downward spiral then after that, because it was got to the stage where I wasn't even enjoying the gigs anymore. I wasn't enjoying the lifestyle, and it does have an effect on like what you're when you're not you were, and then so. And then at the same time, like the kind of music that I was known for making at the time was a very like a 90s breakbeat sort of ravey sound, an old school sound, and that was kind of like starting to die off a little bit. That wasn't getting me as many gigs anymore, so it was kind of like the last 6 months I took all of the winter off there. I was just like, I need to rebrand my sound, and I need to get my head back in the game, and that's it. I just kind of like knocked the partying, knocked the drinking in the head. And but you think of that like fucking artists, that like big artists, they are like massive, like fucking Adele. She comes out like every 4 years or something, and like it's something like, I mean, something bad happens in her life, like she takes all this time off. Like, you need to put all the energy back into it. And it works because like well, that's what it was for me. Like I put all that energy like into like starting to write an album over winter. So that's what I have been doing, and there is tracks on it that do reflect like how I was feeling at the time. Like there are very like musical, melodic, and they're not really dance music at all. Like there's no like drums or anything in them. They're more like ambient sort of tracks. And we love it. Yeah, you love it at 5 a.m. I'm here making ages on the wedding. Sunrise techno is what me and Brenny call that. That's right. So it's kind of like I needed that time away over the winter to kind of like just be like reevaluate things and just go, right, this is going to end up in a downward spiral, because you think about it, it is a very unhealthy lifestyle that you can live like that as well, and it's not sustainable, especially now that I'm 34. Like you don't recover from your hangovers as quickly as you do when you're 21. Like I mean, 29 ain't getting around. I know. Well, that's why I said the earlier on before the podcast started. What do you see when you turn 30? It sucks out there. 30. Your hangovers last like fucking 4 days. I think because all my mates are older, I always feel like I am 34 though. Do you know what I mean? Like all my mates are in their 30s, so I'm like, I'm 34. Like, no, you're not but no, that's so true. Like I get the same. I get the same sort of thing though. Like, see, even like that they're like recharging and stuff. There's time where I know I'm like, I'm just throwing shit out here. Yeah. You know what I mean? There's times where I'm like, I need it. Like I could work fucking every day, and then there's time where I'm like, I need to blow out. And well, I think everybody is. There's a time and a place. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not like fucking teetotal. I mean, if I want to drink, I'll have a drink. Like obviously Connor's wedding there last week, we have a drink at it, but. I mean, you still fucking die. But what I've noticed now is it doesn't add any value to my life anymore. Like just doing it every weekend. I know. I mean, and I'm like, I was in Glasgow there at the weekend playing with John Digby and Frankie Wah, and I didn't have a drink. Did you not? Yeah, nah. So it's like it doesn't add any value to my life. And I've got to the stage, like, see if there had been a few years ago, I've been like, I feel like I'm missing something, like the fear of missing out, the FOMO side of it. I don't even get that no more. It's just because the outcome, the pros and cons, the pros outweigh the cons a million times over. Because being hungover, if I come back, I'd still be down now. If I had been drinking at the weekend there, I probably wouldn't have showed up to this, because I'd have been down. I'd been like, I'm not in the right headspace to talk. And then I wouldn't open my laptop or went to the studio to make any kind of music. You're not going to the gym. Your dad goes out the window. And it's like all that for drinking one day, like it's not fucking worth it. And it's like you might not even be going full blip, going mental. It's the same. The older you get, you don't even have to. You don't even have to have like a few drinks and you're fucked. It's like, so it doesn't add any value to my life anymore to keep on doing it. So it's like I'll just save it. For the but you appreciate it a lot more. You do appreciate it a lot more. And see, if you're down, you're like, right, I'm fucking down here, but that was worth it. And you do feel like you can get well, that's what I'm saying. Like Connor's wedding was fucking class. And but I'm thinking I'll not have another drink now until maybe I go to Ibiza, because I'm doing a family holiday in Ibiza in 6 weeks, 4 weeks. Did you go? You didn't go to Ibiza for all the after the wedding, did you? No. I was meant to go, and then I pulled out. And because I was doing this family one instead, and I was like, if I go to that fucking Ibiza just after Connor's wedding, I'll be dead when I come back. I can't do it no more. So it's kind of like I'll wait until I'll go to the family holiday. So I'm like, we've rented a car and stuff, so that's what we did last summer too. And it was like I only had like one drink the whole time I was there.
How many times were you in Ibiza last year?
Last year.
People haven't been born in their life.
5 times last year.
And then
one was Rand's wedding and a family holiday, and the other 3 were gigs.
Unreal.
And then, but this year's not many gigs in Ibiza this year. They're more Europe, UK, and Ireland based. These ones this year. But yeah, so I'm going back out, but I'll not have another drink till then.
Where's the biggest place you've done?
Biggest place I've done Printworks. And but the good thing about playing Printworks was that when we did it, they had me on second because it's a day party and it's over like at 11. So I was kind of fucking raging when they put me on. I was on, the lineup was on, I was on like second time of the day, second set of the day. And we were playing the Inkwells. It's a big, long, sort of skinny room.
Right.
So we were up in the green room and we came down. But the way they brought us down through the main room, and we walked across the dance floor of the main room. And I can't remember who was playing, but he was a big enough DJ because there was loads of us in the lineup. And the fucking main room was empty. And I was like, oh, this is going to fucking suck. I'm going to go into the Inkwells here and it's going to be empty, mate. We went into the Inkwells and it was fucking rammed.
Was it?
It was rammed. You couldn't fucking move. I was fighting my way through the crowd to get up into it. And everyone was just fucking screaming, there he is, no, fucking tap me in the head, or jumping over trying to grab me. This is fucking nuts. And then when we went on and got on, the energy was amazing. You would have thought it was like 2-3 o'clock in the morning, but it was like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
I've never went to Printworks. I know the one.
Yeah, so Dom Domley, who owns I
just went, oh, then he moved.
So Dom Donnelly, who's the label owner or the manager for Angina Deep, came down and he says, I actually had to come down from upstairs to see it from my own eyes. He says, we've been running gigs here for 10 years and this is the busiest I've ever seen it in 10 years at this time of the day.
Unreal.
Yeah, so so people actually showed up early to come see me that day.
Do you get scundered doing it? I think I get scundered.
Honestly, like, seeing I'm DJing, like, people tell me like I need to look like I'm having more fun, but I'm like, that's why I was so nervous about doing this. I'm actually pretty shy, like I am. So when I DJ, I put my headphones on, I just concentrate on the music and look down. I never look up at all. Don't look up. I'm like that.
There's you won't pass on me in the street.
I know, but I was actually hammered at that gig. And I was fucking going nuts. So yeah, but no, I usually do get all shy and hide away from myself.
I would though. I would be like, okay. Yeah. See what I do.
You can tell when I'm drinking, when I'm not drinking, when you look at my gigs, my gig photos, because when you see my hands in the air and all, you know I'm drinking. See me have my headphones on, I'm looking down, and I'm not looking up, and I won't even look at the camera.
See, I'm not drinking. If I've done, I don't even know if you noticed, but see, like if I do like any of our mates' weddings or anything like that, and like I know you're all there, and I don't want to look at you. I walk about like a P1. I've been told off. I walk because I like if I catch eye contact with him, I'm the only person standing up this way. I'll go in there laughing fit. Want to be sitting in the back laughing at somebody's wedding.
But that was off at Emma's wedding.
Yeah,
it was like you were working and we were all sitting looking over at you and we were laughing. You were hitting a red or not. You were trying to go.
I know. And I got see the girls the night before. They kept singing like hymns. They kept going, and then everybody had to go the next day. So I'm the only person standing up at the wedding at the front of the fucking altar, and the priest started singing, and everybody started laughing. I was like, you look like you're trying to laugh into yourself. You look like you're crying. Did I fix this? Right, so I just had to fix that there and get a wee dead man's fingers. But yeah, we're going to get back into a wee bit of crack. I'm going to go on. There's a few wee questions, a few wee stories from a couple of your mates.
Ain't my fucking mates.
I know. There's one that you told me and left not to talk about, so I don't think I want to bring that up.
You can bring them up if you want. Some of the things they said that they were going to ask, I was like, do not fucking ask that. Because that was more or less, it was kind of like more or less wanting to fish to see what they were going to ask, because I knew they were going to send some fucking horrible questions in.
So right. I've never heard this, but it's bad. Like, I don't even know you keep this in.
Sure, if it's bad, we can cut it out and talk about that. No. Yeah. It was one thing. Fucking, I think we were about 17, and we can't talk about that.
Right, so we'll keep the question then. We'll talk about it.
No, don't even keep the question.
Right. Can't say this question, so we'll have to cut it out there again.
Fuck you, Clergal Bread.
Clergal Bread. Just so that you know, I haven't blanked your question. It just doesn't want to answer.
Fine, right? We couldn't have talked about that.
I can't read. There's a wee question came in. Ask him about Chinooks that picked him up from school in P4.
What? Oh, who's that from? My sister? Right, she never lets this go. There was something that I'd fucking come home from school one day when I was in P1, and she's never let it go. And it's fucking, I was talking about helicopters landing in the school or something, and she's never let it go to this day. And she thinks it's fucking hilarious, and it's actually not. It's just boring.
Erasing. Were you caught spoofing?
I was caught spoofing. Clearly, it was a fucking spoof. It was every helicopters landing in the school anyway.
See, when the kids get some mad fucking things, like, you get away with it, like, oh.
She gets on like it still happens, like it was like last week that it was said.
What's the ultimate dream gig for you?
Loads. I mean, I really want to be resident for like the likes of Circle Logo, DC-10,
right.
or else do like Coachella in America. Want something like that? It'd be amazing.
Have you ever been like to America?
Nah, never done America yet. See, you can just get your American visa though. It's really, really hard. So you need to get like an American agent and stuff as well. So
I wouldn't say they would. Would America have much like
big dance festivals on?
Like underground stuff or stuff?
Yeah, sure. It's like everyone kind of gets into dance music through the more commercial side of it, and for the last maybe 10, 12 years, it has been very commercial with that whole EDM scene. But that's all down away now, and that's how people kind of get into music.
Where's tomorrow?
That's in Belgium, but I think there's one in South America now too. I think there's one in Brazil. There's a couple now because they've branched out. Like people will take it on and then put ones in different countries around the world.
EDM has that too, hasn't it?
Oh, big time.
Like fuck.
Yeah, I know. It was dog shit. Like
it's like you think you had like remixing, you know. I was like every nightclub when we were like growing up was like that. Like, what that big like, the big drop? It was like
I know it's still about though, but it's not as popular as it was. But it is dying off big time.
I don't enjoy it. It was like the hard style or something.
It was like a cheesy hard style. But then again, you could just say that whole TikTok techno bullshit that's about at the minute. That's the same thing.
I know. What is it? Bootleg? Is it bootleg?
What? There is a name for it. There is. What do we call it? There's a name for it. I just call it TikTok techno.
It's techno remix. Actually, they call it techno too on TikTok.
It's not techno at all. Like it's cheesy hard house.
That's what I find sometimes. That's what people think techno is, like from years ago. Because like my mom, when they went to our college, they wouldn't have said they went and listened to techno. But then like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then most of the, like, it wasn't obviously techno. It was more like
I'm a bit of a snob when it comes to the techno. Like
I know. Yeah.
So, that's not techno.
That's not techno. But my mom doesn't fucking know.
I know.
She asked me.
But it is what it is when you're into. It's just all depends what you're into. I don't listen to Taylor Swift, but I can appreciate it's good. Like you know what I mean? It's different things, different sort of music.
I know that's the thing as well. Like
different strokes for different folks, in it.
But like, just because like, you don't listen, it doesn't mean that you can't say that it's good. Like I'm like, oh, I know that song's good.
It's just not for me.
Yeah. But do you like any commercial music? What would be your commercial music you would like? Any of it?
I do like a bit of pop music, and to be honest, I like all forms of music.
Like
but there are just some things that I don't like. I mean, there are some real cheesy fucking rave tracks that I like, but I'll just not DJ with them.
I'm a sucker for a bit of cheese, like.
I know the only thing I really don't listen to would be country. But I mean, I can appreciate other music. Like I like most of the tracks during the day when I'm listening to it is all dance music.
Yeah.
But I mean, I do listen to a lot of rock. I mean, I still listen to a bit of heavy metal. Like fucking Metallica. I love Metallica. I love like all old heavy metal music.
I think you have to though, because sometimes I'd be fucking like.
I'm just a music lover in general, so I like all forms of different music.
Like see, sometimes like in the morning, like it depends. Like sometimes like I come in here, like usually I just like stick on Juice FM because it always has like a wee mix of like dance music and stuff like that. But then see in the morning. If I say put on Tuesday FM, I'm making eggs, I might get this fuck off. I feel like I'm just cunt's kitchen.
I know.
You feel like it's
the same.
You mean?
No, the only things I wouldn't listen to would be like cheesy, like happy hardcore rave music or country music.
Alright, country music.
But the rest of it, I like most music, to be honest.
Aye. I know. I actually like a mixture of everything. Like I wouldn't say like I have one style of what I like, but like a mixture of everything. Who's the biggest celebrity you've met?
Fuck, I don't know. I met Triple H in the airport once. Yeah, met him in the airport once.
When he was still Triple H, because he's not Triple H anymore, is he?
I don't know. Is he? I don't know. I watch wrestling anymore. I just see him in the airport.
Well,
talk to him, and then he's almost like he's the only person that kind of made me starstruck a wee bit when I seen him. No, because he was like it's just someone you looked up to when you were a kid, like, and then it's like you don't really think these people are real.
I can't even picture what he looks like.
And he's massive as well, so that kind of like you're taken back when you see him. But yeah, he was nice when I met him. He's probably the biggest person. But then again, so, as I say, I get starstruck when I seen him. It was just kind of like taken back when I seen him a bit. I wasn't all nervous when I was talking to him, but it's kind of like I don't really get. Like,
I feel like the only person I've seen big who was Rihanna in the New Lodge at the time. I just started there with Blackberry Curve trying to put photos up.
I see that day too as well. Me and Duff.
Aye.
I remember we were actually driving to Bangor to go and get lunch. Just something to do one day. And we just came across it by accident that she was in the field. So we pulled over. We pulled over and we were taking videos of her when she was dancing in the field down in Bangor. But we didn't even know that it was happening. We just pulled over because there was loads of people pulled at the side of the road. Like, what's going on here? And they were like, that's Rihanna. And we were like, what the fuck? I know, Rihanna. It was like,
what am I on?
I know. So we knew nothing about it. And like social media, like Facebook was only really started taking off about that time. So it wasn't like you found out about through it. It was kind of, we only heard about it like after we had drove away from Bangor. We had heard about it on Cool FM. They said Rihanna's in Bangor. We were like, fuck, have we just seen it?
That's mad. It's actually fucking bonkers. I think like, there was a wee lad in our school and they used her, like his house now.
That's right, that
was mad.
I know. Living a hopeless place.
Like,
doesn't really say much for Belfast, does it? No. More than New Lodge.
That's right. The whole place was out.
I know.
Know what I mean?
Grew up in the New Lodge, fuck's sake.
How did that even happen though? Like, how did the people come across that? Like,
I think the way it was the way our tour was working and the way Calvin's tour was working. That this was probably the closest place that they could do it.
But they could find something.
Yeah, I think she was in London at the time and he was in England at the same time, and just it's cheaper to film here. That's why like Game of Thrones and all was filmed here, and they've built so many big movie studios. So apparently it's cheaper. Keeps the cost down. Yeah, apparently it's cheaper to do it.
Keeps the troubles away.
That's it.
Takes the lid off the troubles a wee bit. You know what I mean? If that didn't happen, we'd still be talking
Keeps
about
the petrol bombs in the cupboard. You know what I mean?
That's why New Lodge is not known for getting bombed or shot anymore. It's now known for we found love in the hopeless place.
That's it.
And anytime it's sort of ruined. That's another thing though. Like, because obviously we're all from here, but people like in England wouldn't realise. To see any time that comes on, like New Lodge anthem. Everybody says that. It's just ruined it for like anybody over here.
I know. What did she did slate it though when she was here. She said that it was a slum.
It fucking is. No offense. It fucking is.
So good.
Dude, when you look at I look at it in the film, I'm like, what the fuck is this place? It's mad. It doesn't even look like a London one. It looks even worse. But sorry, anybody from NLR. I moved East Belfast now.
That's where we grew up. We grew up in the Dunkirk Parade. That's my nanny used to live, and you can actually see the house in the video.
Can you?
Yeah, they lived in just beside the wee grotto.
The grotto.
That's the house beside the grotto. Was my nanny's house.
Them houses make me. I actually been in one of them houses. They're not as dark inside as the same.
No, they're not.
It's all light in the back. Yeah. But they freaked me out when I'm outside them. I'm like, where's the windows in the living room? I'm a real weirdo about light though. Like I was like, I don't want to move into an apartment unless the bathroom window. There's a bathroom window. I hate getting a bathroom. There's no window in it. Like when you're on holiday.
What fucking bathrooms have you been in that has no window?
Like
every bathroom has a window.
They don't in apartments. They don't.
What? Really?
You think of it? Bathroom window, like, and even in like. When you go on holiday, it's hard to get a window in your bathroom.
I suppose you're right.
I feel like getting like fucking
this orange sort of fucking light.
Do you know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
You know what I mean? And I like a bath, so I'm sitting around the bath. You feel like
you'd be getting a bath in them fucking places on holiday.
I know. You'd be scrubbing your feet. That's fucking the bath. That's funny as fuck. The only place we actually had a bath in, a window was me and Aoife. And everybody we all went to beach for like 1 October. It was just after lockdown. Not much place open. It was like the 17th of October. So it was all anything that was open was closing anyway.
Yeah.
And we were all it was really cheap. So we got like this really class hotel. I forget what Amore.
Oh, the Amari.
Amari.
It's beautiful, isn't it? 5-star one.
Here we got it for fucking like £300.
No way, really?
If we wouldn't be staying there, it wasn't lockdown. But mainly for sure, everybody. I was going. We went on to everybody else's and then we ended up partying in people's rooms for the next couple of days and we're like, I was like, do you want to come down to our room? But it's literally like the dungeon. And they were like, it can't be. And I was like, no, it really is. The bed was like here and see there was like the shower. And mainly for sure, and it was just glass, so you had to get a shower. Remember? And I was like, if you can do stand out in the balcony and don't look in the mirror, you see my arse. It was so odd.
I stayed in a hotel room in Barcelona, and the toilet and the fucking bath were in the room. There was nothing covering it. There was no door or nothing.
Nothing.
Yeah. And then I remember one night as well, we booked into the E-Top Hotel in town, and it's like, the floor just goes up the wall. Have you noticed that?
No.
The floor, it's like a hospital. I don't even know why we stayed in it one night. We were just all in town and we all booked rooms and stayed in the E-Top. I think it was like 20 quid a night at the time because it only opened up. But the floor, the lino of the floor just starts going up the wall. There's no like skirting board. There's no like skirting board. It just starts going up the wall, and then the walls just fucking mats it. So if you went in with a hose, the only thing you could fucking wreck would be the bed sheets and the TV. Like the toilet is like, do you know, like a saloon door on the room, so you can still see your feet. You can still see over the top of the door. So you
Nah, but that's clinical. They want to go and squid and power hose that because there are some odd things happening in hotels. No. People just book in like hotels after like Thompson's and all.
Yeah, I think that's why we did it, because there was only 20 quid a night and we couldn't get a party, and they actually just let us book in there and then. We had no bags or nothing. We just went in and booked in.
Still a plastic cup from the fucking bar you lived with.
That's it. But then another place, where were we staying? I played a gig in Manchester a few years ago, and that it was in this fucking big old like bank, and they turned it into a hotel. But the room they had me in was like a cleaning cupboard, so it was like. There was no window in the room, nothing.
See, but you made me feel like shit.
It did.
That's why I want a window in my bathroom.
Fucking roasted. I just remember being roasted, and just again that sort of like orange light.
Oh, I hate that.
There's no window, but that's weird as fuck. A hotel with no window in it. The hotel room with no window in it.
Sure, I was after Andrew Man's like at home. They get married at home. Remember that one?
The home one, yeah, the one down 39 Gordon Street afterwards.
But I was meant to go for you in an apartment the next day, and I always think everything happens for a reason. I was really meant to go for you, and I was like, no, I'm not checking on. And then they're like, I'm definitely not going to do that. And they were all going, you're going to pay £150 for that. The bedroom didn't even have a window. No, it had. Like,
where was it?
Like Lisburn Road. No, we're Dublin Road.
You've done alright with this one.
But here, I know actually that's why I fucking shouldn't have went for it. It was like the same price. But see the window, there was no bedroom. There was no window in your bedroom. It just had like glass, like frosted glass from the living room. They act like a window. It was weird. Fuck that. Back at their questions. So what else have we got? Have you ever missed a mate's wedding?
That clerical bread as well.
No.
Yes, it did.
Who was it?
It's probably Brandy.
It was Paul.
Paul was it? Right, so me and Claire's one of my oldest friends, and I got sick. Like, and I wasn't feeling well the day leading up to the wedding. See, the morning of the wedding, like, I literally couldn't get out of bed. I had fucking vomiting diarrhea, and I had to text her and tell her I couldn't come. And fucking, they've never let me live it down.
I've heard about this before.
I never let me live it down. And then see at Connor's wedding last week, but just before the wedding, remember we were on 39 Gordon Street because all the Australians were over. And I was saying to Connor, you looking forward to it? Connor goes, you looking forward to it? And yeah, and Paul's like, from come probably won't turn up.
No, you never live it down, mate. Never.
I know, I'll never live it down.
Never.
Still going on what is it, 5 years ago now, and they're still talking about it?
Have you ever woke up in a strange hotel room in Downing's hotel on a missing list? What is it about?
We all went to Donegal for the weekend, and I can't remember what happened. I don't know. I remember at one point we were all doing karaoke, and then next thing I remember waking up in a fucking hotel room upstairs in the hotel by myself. I don't know how I got into it, don't know how I got up there, and I don't know. I have no idea.
I agree.
And I woke up and there was nobody in the hotel room. I was like, how the fuck did I get into this bed? Like, I wasn't even in bed, I was lying on top of it, like sprawled out across it lengthways.
I believe it though.
And then, I'd believe it. It's fucking me we're talking about.
I know.
The many fucking shitty, stupid situations I always seem to get
you
myself
turn
into.
Like a child.
I know. It gets to a certain stage where I'm just like, you're fine 1 minute, and then it's just like, and he just gets himself in. So they all thought I went missing. So they all left the fucking karaoke bar and all went back up to the house, and then realised he wasn't there, and they all started panicking, and they were all ringing me like fuck. And then I finally woke up and was like, I'm in a hotel room here. They're like, what fucking hotel room? I was like,
she's when he was staying there.
No. No, we had a house like on up the hill. It was Kim's mum and dad's house, so we went down and stayed there for the weekend. And we went down.
Not even like off.
We went into this fucking hotel bar, and they had a karaoke bar at the back. And I've fucking no idea how I ended up in that room upstairs.
You know who owned the hotel room?
No, I don't even know. I don't know whether I pulled and went upstairs and fell asleep on her, or else she went fuck this and left, or I fucking found, or whether I bought a room myself because I needed to sleep. I have no idea. And I woke up and I'm, what the fuck? I went downstairs and the bars were all closed. The hotel was closed, nobody about. And then they had to drive down and get me. Because there was no taxis about either. That's just another fucking.
That's not even one of the worst stories. Like
that's not one of the worst stories.
I'm like fucking hell. Like you are a challenge.
That's why I don't drink no more.
I have one here. I have a story about one, but here I'll wait until we get to it. Sasha or digweed?
Sasha.
I would say Sasha as well.
Well, no, it's a bit weird saying that because Digby was messaging me yesterday morning on Instagram saying about it was good to meet him and stuff on Saturday night when I was playing because we finally crossed paths. So I'm signed to Sasha's label, but he's talking about maybe wanting to sign me to Bedrock now. So if he hears that, sorry, Digby.
Just at the minute.
Just at the minute. Just for talk's sake.
Is your party trick to fall asleep at parties, or do you have a condition?
No. It is like I'll get to a certain stage of the night where I'm just so drunk I'll just pass out. Like,
but I guess it's just like one. Like
I know, but you know what? It's not as much anymore because it hasn't happened in a while. But there was a stage there where it would have been like, say, stage there was about a 2-year period where any party I went back to, I just fucking passed out in the sofa and fell asleep, and you could not wake me for love nor money.
No, there's worse ones, mate, and I don't even know if you know about this story. Like I've experienced it. It was like the second AVA.
I know.
You were sleeping standing up, and
there was a pillar, and the pillar, it was in T13.
Yeah.
There was a photo of it,
and I remember like it was like people were taking fucking chances of like holding you up. You had a backpack on. See the wee like string in the backpack. People were just going so you didn't fall forward.
There's a photo of our mate Kirsty. She was holding me up.
Yeah,
and I'm like lying against the fucking pillar, and it ends up just getting to this stage where the JD just takes over.
Aye.
And then you're just comatose drunk, and you're just like fuck it, up against the fucking wall, and fell asleep standing up at AVA Festival.
Or like there's been 10 I know. Like this is more in the bollocks to me. I'm just gonna go like, and it's not even like a drunken sleep. You're like,
but you've seen the photos that I'm sleeping against the wall and with a smile on my face. I'm sleeping like that.
Remember we all went to Sonar? And then I remember saying we were all having drinks. They could say you were just sitting sleeping, and then you were waking up going like. They go smell.
And there are doses all day. It's get to the stage where you're just like you've been awake for like 2-3 days and you can't keep up no more.
What happened? But then you met somebody who at the weekend. Who you met him when he lose you from sleeping all day.
Oh yeah, fuck! What do you hear this? So I was in Glasgow Saturday, and we were in Blue Marlin and Ibiza, and we paid fucking like stupid money for like 2 beds. Because it was fucking really, really expensive. Like the one bottle of vodka and all at one stage was like 700 quid. Anyway, so we paid all this money for to go, but I'd been awake for 2 days partying, and we went, but everyone went to bed the night before, but I stayed up, and then we went to Blue Marlin the next day, and we had these beds, and I just went, fuck it, and I just lay down and slept the whole day. And then later on that night, they were coming over and trying to wake me up, but they moved on to the other bed, and so I had like one of the beds in Blue Marlin to myself. And then there were an older crowd too. They were like in their 40s, and they seen them coming over and like poking at me, and like they thought they were trying to fuck with me. So like, leave him alone, no, leave him alone. So they moved him away, and they were all laughing. And his wife came over, and started checking my pulse to make sure I was still alive. But he turned up. Like I was talking to him after when he finally woke me up. I was talking to him, and he was like, he turns out he was saying he was like, oh, you're a DJ and all. You got to talking to him, got to know him. And he was saying that he was friends with Sasha and Digweed. I was like, fuck, here we go. He's talking shite. Turns out he is best mates for Sasha and Digweed because he was at the gig the other night and I was DJing and he turned around and he goes, oh, you're awake this fucking time, aren't you? And it was him. I was like, what the fuck? Small world.
That's actually class.
And then fucking Digweed started slagging me about it. He goes, he was telling me fucking how to save your life at Blue Marlin.
That's actually happened before when we were partying, and I turned around and I was like, I remember turning around and saying to somebody, I can't say the names, I'll tell you after them. And you were at the party?
I probably was.
You were at the party in Derry. Remember it was like Diagon Alley, and I was going in there, right?
You had to go down the steps to get to it. Yes, I wasn't that one.
I turned around.
Well, sure, we went up in your car.
Yes,
we drove up in your car. That's right.
Everybody didn't want to be in the car with me because I was like, I haven't been to bed like in 2 days, and I had like 5 hours sleep. They were
fucking swerving in the other lane.
I was like, you fucking driving.
That was a great weekend.
But I remember, well, somebody was lying on the floor, and I said to somebody else who worked in like a doctor's thing, and I went, "His pulse? Has he got a pulse?" And I remember the person turned around going, yeah, and then I was like, he doesn't look like he's breathing, right?
Probably right, we don't mention any
names. I know what that's 9 years, right? And he didn't know what happened. See, later on, the girl turned around me and went, I couldn't even feel the pulse, I just didn't want
I just don't want to panic anyone.
I didn't want to panic anyone. It's like After he woke up, like, he got up and I was like, oh my god, has he got a buzz? I was like, what would you do? Fair play there. Like, she was the one that does them. But obviously years ago, fuck, we're not like that type of characters now.
No, we've all grew up.
It's been off, but I hate that. Yeah, so I get crack. But wait, what else have we got? Right, this is going well. We're going to keep at it because I haven't got 10 yet. Like this week. Are you going to say something? You chirping up? You're ask him that he used to sell fireworks and dildos. Do you know where that's from? Yeah, and when he come to mind, is there a story about it? Or you just been
there is, so
it's
actually true. I used to work in a firework and dildo factory. I swear, fuck, I actually did, yeah.
It was Smickers.
Was it? So I used to work in a firework and dildo factory. There was I was only like 15 at the time, and
even old enough to work for it.
No. Man, it's a fucking maddest story. So I worked in Cafe Vaudeville at the time, and our manager, Ricky, the bar manager, he was just like, listen, because we all left Cafe Vaudeville at that stage, and I don't know how I got talking to him, but he texted me one day and just says, listen, there's a bit of a summer job going on up here. Do you want to come up? It's just on offloading lorries and packing everything into your warehouse. Me, alright, dead on. Fuck, I'll go up. And he says, do you know anybody that'll come up and do it? So I got my mate Paddy and Burnsy and my wee cousin Connor to come help me. So we fucking went up to it, and it was in the arsehole of nowhere. It was out by the international airport in this fucking field down this fucking wee windy bumpy road, country road, and this warehouse was like fucking falling apart. It was like a barn, but these fucking lorries came, and it was like we didn't know what we were unpacking until we didn't know what we were unpacking until we got there. But these were completely fucking illegal fireworks. These were like display fireworks. Did you see it like in like the Sydney? You know, in the fucking these weren't like home fireworks. These things were like in like military like wooden boxes that said explosives on the side of them. And
we 15-year-old.
Yeah, I know. So there was normal sort of boxes of fireworks that we were taking out and packing into the warehouse, but the big ones that were in the wooden boxes, there was a fucking like a shipping container in the middle of a field, and you went over into the field, opened the door up, pulled the wood back on the ground, and climbed down a ladder into 3 more shipping containers that were hidden under the ground. And that's where they were hiding and storing all these fucking big display fireworks, because they were completely illegal and you weren't allowed to sell them. On top of that, they were important dildos as well. So
big, massive dildos. Did you have to hang the ground? Because they were illegal.
They were the weapons of mass destruction. I'm not joking. And some of the sizes of the boxes, these fucking dildos were huge. So I remember like saying to Ricky, like, because we got all the fireworks in, and there was another fucking trailer that were unloading. It was just all fucking boxes of dildos. Like you could see like the picture of them on the side, the rabbits and the wee vibrators and stuff. And I was like to Ricky, like, what the fuck is this? Like, what kind of operations is to run up here? And he was just like,
I'd be like, who the fuck's
it's probably best you don't ask any questions. So apparently it was something to do with the UDA. So that's why actually, I know, fucking Protestants up to no good as usual.
You're gonna put a dildo up your own firework.
Hello, fucking light the dildo.
What paramount you?
But no, what an operation! Dildos and fireworks. I swear to fuck, and that is the God's honest truth as well.
That's the new explosives. That takes bomb on the completely different level.
Aye, fucking hell. I know, but honestly, anyone I tell that to, no one believes me. I'm like, but Burnsy, Paddy, and Connor worked there as well.
I really well heard. I didn't think I was.
No, honestly, it's a God's honest truth. Aye.
When is the premiere to Random Pools tune?
Random Pools. Oh, I haven't done it yet. Is that from Catalina?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it?
It's she's a friend of mine, and me and her husband were talking about doing a track, and he says if you need a track, you have to call it Random Pools and Mini Golf. And yeah, so I've told her I've done it, so I need to release it now and let them hear it.
See, actually, what I was going to say to you, about like I remember like about your tunes. I remember we were in South Africa. I always say I wish I had got this on video for you. So we went to South Africa and we were in this minibus. But I played one of your tunes like when we were walking with the speaker on. I think it was like probably Crown Monster or something like that. But I'm not joking. See if I had the chance to record this, I went, it's just fucking class. Like everybody walking up like everybody dancing off from like fucking like Barney and all. But they were like it was just and I, like the people from South Africa like. all listening to your tune, the scene those, because I went, I wish I could just send him us to see like who your tune is. You know what I mean? Everybody dancing about the your tune. You know what I mean?
Traveling all over.
Oh, it's all over the world. Everybody loves it. But I forgot to. Yeah, I think my arms recovered. What? It's random. What's your favourite baked potato topping? Patrick.
Cheese.
Patrick. Patrick topping. It's just another random one. You actually haven't got much size leg ones. That's where we're near. It's just all random.
Because I had them all well worn earlier on. Like, don't be asking any fucking mad ones, because obviously we've been mates for years, and like for a fact, like some of the parties we've been to have been fucking mental. And it's all. So it's like there's not much you can talk about. Like not much you can talk about on camera anyway.
I always say it's a good one. Everybody trusts each other in the parties because there's never any phones out. You know what I mean?
I know. Like, well, there is when I fall asleep.
I really fall asleep. It's because it happens so often. But
I know, but it doesn't happen as often anymore.
You just like some parties that people go into and they're like scared of doing anything because somebody's going to record and put it on your Snapchat. Like you never.
No, you don't get that. But it's because we're all so close. So
it's because everybody has their phone doing that to scare them. You're always hiding from somebody. You're like, don't look at the phone. But. Is Stevie Wonder actually blind, or she's putting that on for attention?
No, he's not blind. I swear to fuck. Have you seen these photos of him like walking about with a camera? Like, what the fuck's he taking a photo of?
Was he?
Mate, there's loads of fucking pictures.
Is this a real thing?
I mean, I swear to God, there's interviews with him and all talking about him going to museums, art museums, and all. Like, what the fuck's he looking at? Like, why is he wanting to go to an art museum? But honestly, swear to God, there's photos of him walking about with a camera. Like, what is he taking photos of?
I know.
Like, I swear he's going to take them glasses off one day and go, get there. Suck your fucking dick.
Motherfucker. I remember we were partying before. I think we were partying in our school, and it was like one day once we were on the sofa and it was around the question, would you rather not see, would you rather be would you rather not see, or would you rather be deaf? And because we were all a really good tune come on, we were all up and late and all like random story, and then I was like, I'd rather be blind. And I was really like saying to you, nah, it's not man. Like, he's a photographer. And he's saying he'd rather be deaf.
Yeah, well, tell you what, if Stevie Wonder can do it, you can do it too.
I know. But made a business out of being blind. Fucking hell. But I always stick to my brain. I was like back in like the proper Mandela Hall days though. And that doesn't feel like that long ago. I mean, it
doesn't. I know it does feel like ages ago.
That's when when I started like partying release, but I was actually, they were some of the good things.
Yeah, I was one of the older days were the better ones. Like,
I was one of the ones.
So no one really had any proper responsibilities.
The
parties lasted about 6 days.
I know, and there was about 35 people in it.
I know.
It's hard to get 5 people to go on one night out now.
I know. It's because of the fear. Everybody's like, nah, too old.
Nobody even goes to raves over here anymore.
I know. I don't even like raves in Belfast anymore anyway. I'd rather save myself. Like, it's even like, unless I'm playing at one, I won't even really go to them. Like, when was the last rave we've been to? I think it was fucking, might have been Emerge last year, and even at that was a last minute thing.
I actually can't even remember the last one I was at. I think Emerge probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
But then I always feel like that feels a bit different because it's during the day and all.
Well, Smickers was saying about going over to London here in the end of July you want to see the lineup for it in Terminal V. So if we do go, that'll probably be the next one. The next one I'm not DJing at, so that'll probably be the next rave.
Are you going to Malta now?
Yeah, for Angina.
Yeah, is it the 12th of October or something?
Yeah, I'm going to go to that day.
Fucking wedding that day.
Oh yeah,
I always wedding that day. The only time everybody, this is probably, I was going to say it's probably the first time.
Cancel.
You see me
bring in sick. Do what I did. Say you got vomit diarrhea.
Can't I?
I don't know the fuck. I'll ring in sick for you.
I'm not going to do it. See, like Stavros said to me about it, and then I was like, mate, I have a fucking my Friday just like the week before, so I was like, I would have loved to have went, but every time I see everybody now, it's like I'm ever just finished work, or they're like, what are you at? And I'm like, working, or I'm working. I'm just going to say I'm not working now, but I am a wee bit. I mean, no, but then during the like Malta scene, I was at Malta the other week. Unreal. Have you been to it?
No, I've never been to Malta before.
Amazing, mate, to have UK plugs. Don't even have to
UK plugs.
You have to have a travel. That's it.
Well, it is part of the UK as well, though, isn't that?
Yeah, I think
it's run by the UK government anyway.
I think it's left now though, from like the 60s or something.
Oh, have it?
Right, and it's driving the same side of the road. In case you want to drive. Nah. Wanna go sightseeing? Nah. Don't say you'll be saying.
No, the more holidays we go on as we all get older, we always end up. They're not as mad as they are anymore. Like,
I know.
We will go and do a lot more.
Sure, even like me and
Where it used to be just like, we're just sitting around the hotel pool for a week and just get wasted.
I know.
Nah, it's not like that. Obviously, you're older and we actually want to go and do things when we get to go on holiday now.
Well, we're going. Oh my, that's why we're doing. So we're doing.
I'll say nah, like, I mean, for the last 10 years or so.
I know.
The first 10 years when we were all going away on holiday, it was just fucking mayhem from start to finish.
It's still a wee bit mayhem, like.
Still a wee bit mayhem.
The only thing is, people take time out. Like,
we take a day off in between.
It's like a shift now.
We do it in shifts.
You're like, right,
we're not full mess express.
No, I stayed up last night. We heard your turn to me when I once. But here, we're going. So me and Sarah's going to fucking Barcelona. Well, we all going to Barcelona. I mean, on Wednesday here. But then we're going to Sonar, and I'm like, so the wedding's on Thursday. This is how old we're getting. Me and Sarah are like, right, the wedding's on Thursday. We're still going to go to the day 2. I'm not going to Sonar on the Friday. I was like, I'm not going to enjoy it. There's no point. If I go on the Friday, I'm not going to go on the Saturday. And Paul Cockbrenner's on the Saturday. I was like,
you'll ruin it for yourself.
So I'm like, I'm just going to go to the day 2.
The older you get, you have to plan it out. You can't just go, I'll do that now.
Schedule itinerary.
You're like, even the thought of it now.
I know.
You have to build yourself up to it. Psych yourself up for it.
I think it's more than
the endurance of it.
You know when you get home.
Aye.
See as well, you're like, right, I can push myself first. See, now I get home, I'd be in the depths of it. I'm on a life change now. I'll probably start.
I know, but see, it's this thing for me is it ruins, it just kills your motivation for the gym, kills your motivation to make it. Because obviously you're in a creative job as well. And the same as me, it's like, it's not like you can just get up and go and force yourself to go to work and physically be there. Like, see when you're actually having to try and be creative with your job and like think of things and make things up. And
I always say it's not the type of job where you can go get 75%. Like 75% stay on when you're hungover if you're working on fucking like a retail job, because somebody can pick up the slack, but like nobody's gonna come pick up the slack if we're like not doing it. Like if I'm like, oh fuck, I can't be arsed today.
Yeah, you're responsible for your own actions. And you're responsible for your own work.
So like you have to like, I can't give somebody 75% of like a good video. They're gonna be like, right, well, I'm not gonna come back to it. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. But like in them sort of jobs, like if you go into an office job, most of the time, like you can like give it 75%. Somebody else can
you can do a bit of skiving now.
Yeah, do you mean?
It's like you can't when you're working for yourself, and especially when your job's a creative job.
And then
you need to give it everything. You need to give it 110% because it needs to be at the top.
And even if like you do like, if I do a thing where it's like, oh, I'm gonna just wait an extra 2 days to send out this like editing, then I'm like, but then that's an extra 2 days where you're not getting any money. I mean, you're not getting the invoice in. Do you know what I mean? So then you're like, right, I actually fucking need to do work here. So after that, or Saturday, I think we'll go to that. Obviously, I'll fucking probably still be drinking on the Sunday, and then the Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that's it. I'm just gonna fucking eat shit and detox.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
Back into it. Too old for shit now. I'm only 29. Can you imagine me now? But 34.
34. Right.
I'm like,
it broke my heart when I turned 30. I fucking hated it. It did. It broke my heart. I just felt like, because in my mind I still feel 17. I don't feel like I've actually grew up. I'm like Peter Pan, fuck's sake.
I know. I'm like
a wee lad never grew up.
I'm like, see, people say to me, it breaks my heart even more when people like argue me that I am 29. You're not gonna be 21. I'm like, fuck, I wish I was, love.
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Like, I remember turning 25. I was doing a season in Ibiza, and I turned 25 and I was living in Ibiza. And my girlfriend at the time, we were sitting in the apartment, she goes, let's go out and do something. I was like, nah. Fucking, I fucking thought 25 was old. I was like, I don't want to get old. I was like, I literally like Peter Pan. I don't want to grow up. I'm like fucking still chasing this dream of being a DJ. And I was like, I don't want to fucking grow up.
See, because everybody's sort of older than me, I don't feel that bad. Do you know what I mean? Nobody lets me feel that bad. If I say I'm 29, I feel older. Like, oh, for fuck's sake, no, like, as if like, wise up. Do you know what I mean? Like, my man is like, you say you're stressed. You know what stress is? I'm like, I fucking do. What would you do? What would you do if you knew you couldn't feel it at it?
What would I do?
Sally from Banbridge.
What would I do if I knew I couldn't feel at it? Fuck, I don't know.
That's a tricky one, isn't it? Though?
It's a tricky one.
I couldn't even read it. Definitely gonna.
If I knew I couldn't feel at it, I'd be doing something with music. If I knew I wasn't gonna feel, I'd just be doing this.
It's hard.
But I don't know what I actually would do if I wasn't doing music, because it's all I've ever wanted to do. You ever see that meme where it's like a wee boy and he's like staring out the window like that, and his teacher's in the background. He says, "It's like, I've already told you, bitch, I'm going to be a DJ." That's literally like I can relate so much to that meme, because it's like I've just always wanted to do something in music. Like if I had to learn how to play guitar, I think I would have been in a band. Yeah. Yeah. But my love for dance music's just always been that wee bit stronger. So,
but I always think, like, see when I look at Dax, I'm like, what the fuck did I be doing?
Yeah, I could teach a fucking monkey how to play the Dax. See nowadays it's easy.
I could be a monkey.
It's
I
easy.
Need to learn.
It's one thing. You have sync buttons and everything now. The fucking Dax practically do it all for you. Yeah. Obviously, I don't use the sync button, but because I'm old school. But like,
because I'm 34.
I'm 34. I fucking know how to mix.
I don't know how to mix this conversation.
Start out in vinyl, but it's like it's easy now. The main thing about it is your track selection and reading the crowd, and actually that there's more to it than just fucking putting tunes on. Like, it's like on Saturday there for Toxic. It's like you really need to watch the crowd, and your crowd control is what you're doing as well. There's a lot more to it than just fucking putting records on. Like,
actually, it's true. It's like in a party sometimes you have your music on. You're like, what are they going to like here?
I know. There's a lot more things. There's a lot more.
What's going to send somebody home?
I know.
Who's going to order a taxi? We're just waiting
there for them to go. Won't you put that on?
Or like here, I'm in the taxi. I'm like, I'll turn on something better, please. Or like when a sing song would be appreciated. You know what I mean? I'm usually good with it. See, when we were partying in fucking shows, I'm like, right, we're going to start putting on any stuff because she can't go to bed. So I need to stay here. You know what I mean? There's been times like our Sharon always went to go to bed, and I've been like, right, sir, we're starting our song so we shouldn't fuck her out of her house.
You actually did that when we went up somewhere at Christmas. You showed me a song, I went, put that on, you went, no, it's not 3 o'clock yet. You went,
certain times of the night.
Mate, it's in me. You know what I mean? I've got it. What do you enjoy most about your job?
Well, this is one thing. It's another thing. Back to the whole thing about like drinking all again. It's like see when you were like going traveling. Yeah, that's what I love about it. I love traveling. I love going to like a different city and seeing the city. I love like going somewhere foreign and like going and seeing the culture and seeing like trying different foods and stuff. But then what like I work so long and so hard to get to this sort of stage where I'm at, and I'm lucky enough to be able to get to do that. Yeah. And when you go drinking, and it's like the next day you don't see none of it, and you don't see, so you're ruining it for yourself. So the best thing for me is the traveling side of it and getting to see different cultures and try different foods and see how other people live and see places. Just go traveling in general. I
always think that though as well, like what you said about the drinking thing. Like I'm always like, see if I'm hungover, I'm still partying. Like I have no like
motivation,
like or like even when you're still like if you're still drinking the next day, and I'm like, all I am enjoying is this at the moment. So see if you just told me I win the prize game, wouldn't be enthusiastic. I'm like, you're still sitting here drinking with me. Like, it's like you're just enjoying that moment.
You're just enjoying that moment, or you're only seeing the inside of a fucking hotel room, or else you're only seeing the inside of a bar somewhere. Like many fucking raves that we went to all over Europe and all, because we would go traveling and we'd go to raves like all over Europe and the UK, and like when we do, all we do is just go and sit in bars.
I know. And that's I know. Most of the time I'm too anxious.
Do you know what? Like when I first started going to London years ago, before I started playing there, like I think I was in London 6 times before I'd seen any of the sites. Like I think, and we drove past Buckingham Palace one night in a taxi after Ministry of Sound, and that was the first time I'd seen it. I was like, oh right, I've been here 5 times. I've just seen that. Never seen Big Ben. Never seen the Eye. Never seen nothing.
You don't when you want.
You're only going over to go raving and go partying,
but sometimes I always say that's my favorite part.
I know. There's a time and a place, but
I know. I remember before we were in the bunker, right? This is really funny. I don't even remember us. And I think whoever we were with was like, they were going back to the room. They were like, look after him. But I had sunglasses on, like looking the bunker. The way the bunker was on like a hill. Yeah. And turned around and said, Richie, look after him. And you like, we're going back, and I was like. And then you come over there, I was fucked, but like I'm like I can still have every function of making my body. And here it was worse.
That was a great night that night though.
Here, but it must have been bad if somebody was telling you to look after me. I was like, is she a fucking cheeky bastard or what?
I was well behaved that night.
I was good. You were well behaved that night. I was fucked. I was disaster master. Like,
no, that was a fucking brilliant night. That night. Who was playing? Paul Woolford, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Because I've only been twice to the bunker. I think the first time was Nicole Madabber.
Yeah.
How's her name?
Nicole Motorber or something like that.
Oh,
something like that.
I just say the dyslexic version. I was just calling her Sideshow Bob.
I don't know. I fucking heard it like Sideshow Bob.
But yeah, I was class. Here, calf taken after it.
I know.
You're dancing on a hill, like a slope of like an underground.
And it's not that steep, but it's enough to fucking. Your calves are fucked the next day.
I was I really enjoyed it. Every time I went, it was only our space, like.
I know. What a venue though.
But it was weird. Like it was like a sticky wall. It's the stage is like you're standing like on the edge against the wall because there wasn't much room.
I know. Like, I was actually down there recently, and went in and had a look at it, and it's like a building site at the minute, but the building site was open, and I went over and like glanced down into it, and it's like, it's really small. When you think about it, it's like it's long, but it's like it's not very small. Wide. Like thinking back to that night we were at it, it felt like it was way bigger and way wider and all. But
My cover photo on my Facebook is still the picture I took of it. I must have been really proud of it, and I've never changed it. So then people would be tagging me for like looking at a photographer, tagging me.
That's all he's got.
A rave, like a cover photo of me at a rave. You know what I mean, I'm like, nah, don't be booking me from my business page, no, my personal page. If you, this is a random one. If you could make any flavour of ice cream, what would it be? Coke.
A cola.
Coca-Cola. Fanta exotic. I don't know.
Not really one for a sweet tooth.
Are you not?
Nah,
Oh,
more of a
fuck.
savoury. See if I could have, if I go to the shop, it's a packet of crisps I'd buy before I buy
No,
sweets.
actually, packet of crisps is right. Like I love packet of crisps, but then I love sweets.
Don't know. Maybe you're gonna make like an ice cream. I don't know, like a
People do that now with everything though.
like a zombie ice cream, or like a cocktail.
You're trying to get out. You're off a drink too.
I don't know. I'm not teetotal.
A porn star martini, fucking
That'd be nice.
ice cream would be great.
All that really is.
That's
It's
like
just
a strawberry.
all that is like a mango flavour then, really.
I know, actually, that's true. The M1s are mad here. Just to let
I know.
everybody know.
You were telling me about that. I'm actually really tempted to drink one.
See,
So strong.
it's one of them ones. Like it's like when you're going home from a party and you're like, why did I do that? Like why did I have like a fucking maple?
Like it feels like there's nothing in it. That's how light it feels.
It feels like
It feels like it's empty.
14%. I'm a wee bit drunk on them, like. Not drunk, like tipsy. Oh, sick. Guess I'm way. It's Monday
Fucking
night.
lightweight.
I
You
know.
be falling asleep.
I was laughing earlier on when you says, like when they go out for a weekend, I don't know, could I drink? I was like, I was out the weekend there.
I know
I was
you
like,
said to me on the way down here, he goes, well, we'll have a drink. I was like, well, I'm off the drink. And you were like, well, I'm not going to drink either. I'm down from the weekend.
and then I was like, well, I go get a drink. But I didn't get your messages. We came back.
I know.
I already bought them.
But no, like I could have a drink now. Like I feel like one, but I just feel like what's the point? Because like I do the gym early every morning, so I'll be at the gym this morning at 4:30. So that's I just go and get it done out of the way early. So I come an early bird, like, so then the rest of the day's your own after that. So I've got boxing tomorrow night, and then I'll be gym at 4:30 again tomorrow. So if I started drinking tonight, that's how I wouldn't go to the gym.
I
It fucks your whole routine up.
know. I'm a wee bit in holiday mode. I'm like, I need to pack that suitcase that's over there. Like, see before you come in
Just
here.
look like you're fucking everything in it.
I literally did because I was meant to try and pack it.
Just like lifting everything like that. Dropping it.
It's not a pack.
That's what it looks like.
It was all. It was
No,
all.
it looks like you're just home from holiday.
I done it. That's actually from my last holiday. Here, mate. I'm not even lying. My suitcase is still there from Connor's bad the other week. There's still clothes in it. I only
See, every time I go away, like when I have to bring a suitcase with me, like I'll leave it like for a couple of days before I even look at it. Do you see the people like can go on holiday and unpack their suitcase and hang everything
Oh,
up,
why?
or else when they get home from holiday and like they unpack everything and start washing things straight away?
No.
Serial killers,
Oh, I know.
psychopaths.
Too much time in our hands.
Far too much time in their hands.
See,
Just be lying hungover like a normal person.
I know. You don't need that shit. I mean, like, I don't want any of it. See, from Andrew and Rand's wedding last year, I think the contents of what was in my suitcase ended up in my boot until like I got it cleaned in like November. The suit, everything was still there. I was like, I don't fucking care. I'm a messy bastard.
I know. I still need to get my suit from Connor's wedding dry cleaned.
I don't even know where that suit is, but I wore to Connor's wedding. Probably. I think Joe came home with somebody's blazer as well. It was in our room. I was like, how was this in our room? And then I was like, Jesus, we were in everybody's room. They were doing that, like,
I know.
or in the beef and like,
No, we had a fucking Airbnb around the corner. Like literally, you come out of the hotel.
Sure,
I
did
think, but I think it was owned by the hotel because that's how close it was.
Aye.
You come out, went round the corner, get in it. But sure, we got a fucking noise complaint
I
at
know.
5:30 in the morning.
And then I
Just told us all to get out. So we all got out, went back around the hotel, and then fucked out of one room, and then fucking been in another hotel and got fucked out of that.
everybody was carrying on as if like I remember somebody says, actually, I noise complaint. I went, we are really loud.
I know, we were being really fucking loud.
I'm like,
And the music was blasting.
yeah.
Dude.
And there was too many. There's so many people. Too many people in the room. But there
But
was
Brady started freaking out. He's like, I turned the phone. Everybody, that's it. We're getting fucked out of here. We're getting fucked out of here. So we all left him there on his own.
I think I was sitting fucking on Andrew's legs, like a wee girl. Like, I think I was sitting on her legs like that. Or she was sitting on my legs. But but it was loud. I'm one of them ones. I always be like, it's too loud in here. Like I'll turn. See, they can.
I know, but it was loud. But it wasn't even loud that we had the music loud. It was more loud because there was just so many people there.
Aye.
So
And
then
the
we kept
room was
turning the
massive.
music up.
I know. I always do. I've seen people.
And then
like,
it's fucking till it's like a rave.
I know. Or the police are at the door, like, get the fuck out. I see sometimes we're pointing at people's houses, though I would always be like, I'll turn their music down. And, like, it's not even my house. Like, I start to get freaked out. I'm like, please don't let me leave. I don't want there to be an excuse why we get fucked out of here. People think I'm being really nice. I'm like, please, it's a selfish thing. What would you dream? What would you dream? What would be your dream lineup to play with? Dolly Parton, because you love country music.
Yeah, I love Dolly Parton. 9 to 5. Get up out of bed and I roll into the kitchen, pour myself a cup of ambition.
They're gonna be like the wee techno version of it. Techno.
I don't know. Maybe Andrew Weverell is a big DJ that I've really loved over the years. He's obviously never got to play with him. He's passed away a few years ago. There's actually a mural of him down beside on the side of the Telegraph building.
Is there?
Yeah. So Andrew Weverell.
I'm scanning already.
Oh,
the side where like
he has like the beard and the hat on. Yeah. I don't know, maybe like an older sort of crowd, because I mean I've played with all like most of the DJs that I look up to now, like Sasha and Digweed and stuff. So it's like and the ones that I've looked up for a long time. But
Sasha and Digweed been going years.
The older sort of ones that maybe I would like to get on line up with, like Orbital, 808 State, Left Field, and Andrew Weverell.
Left Field. I actually, my man loves Left Field. I swear to God.
So
my man was like, is it Not Forgotten? The song Not Forgotten?
Yeah, Not Forgotten.
My man was like, one here, we used to all sing Skinning It Up, the Kids Got High. And I was like, what the fuck were you on? Because it does not say that. Like, we always just sing it now. Like, and there was no lyrics back in the day, so everybody.
Yeah, you just make your own lyrics.
That's what it was. You didn't know, like, or you couldn't have Googled it.
And you just had to make it up whatever you thought the lyrics were when you're on the dance floor.
Like if somebody says like that's what it was, and like she said like, she said but I like Left Field. That's the thing was not my man. Like listen to, which is mad.
Because that's my favorite sort of music, because the way my brothers grew up with it, and that's what kind of got me into all this. So yeah, that'd be.
Like, do you remember? Is it is it Let Me Feel You or something? It's called like.
Oh, can you Let Me Feel You for Tonight?
No, what do they call it? Kasim, or I can't think. It's like the ever hear that song? No. But I remember Dusky playing it, and I remember running my Facebook video when I uploaded it. It's like, fuck, they sped that up. I was like, Jesus, go ahead. Because my man doesn't look like the type of person, but like that type of music and all. Like, she loves all sorts, but like, she said it's more like high stuff like she listened to and all, like, got recycled there for a way. Yeah. Like it did, didn't it? Like,
it all kind of fucking refilters back around again. Because at the end of the day, that's where it all the music nowadays is all originated from. It's all fucking just stemmed from what they did back, from what Orbital 808s did, Andrew Weverell, fucking all those guys did back in the 90s.
Orbital is classic.
I know, love it. Like fucking Orbital Belfast. I remember hearing that for the first time.
I know.
And they played it like on one of the rave tapes that they had. I was just like, fucking, it's just always stuck with me.
I think like, so like our mate Aoife, I remember like years ago, she didn't like any sort of music, and she was like, is this it? She's like, is this it? Like, you know, like, and it
doesn't go anywhere. Same thing, same song on repeat.
She's like, so like, one of her, she partly goes like, she's like, is that it? That was you maybe here for it, and then see now, like, she actually like she appreciates like you just listen to it differently, like you know, it's not like
that's what I keep saying to people, like, you see when they don't like dance music, it's like all they're listening to is the like the fucking kick drum and the hi-hats. They're not. You need to listen to that's just the rhythm to keep you dancing to it. Listen past that. Listen to the melodies. Listen to the sounds, and that's how you'll start getting into it more. Like my mate Stuart, like he fucking hates it. He's just like rap music through and through. And then the more I kind of play it for him, the more he's starting to kind of grow on him a bit. He's like I don't like it, but I can appreciate it now.
That's somebody's better way of saying I like it.
He's like, it's not my vibe and I don't like it, but I can appreciate it. He said, I've learned how to appreciate it.
But that's it. There is wee things, and you're not waiting for like a drop. It's just like, it's more like how it makes you feel.
Yeah, it's how it makes you feel. And it's the same way when I make music. I'm like, it's like, I've seen this quote once. It's like, hard as a painter paints his art on canvas. Yeah. Like a producer paints his art on silence.
Yeah, that's
what they do. Yeah.
Because there was actually,
like, I fucking have to take something from nothing and build it into something.
There was a song, what do you call the song? And I actually know what it is. I just can't think now. But I remember we heard it, and I can even like, I'm not humming it on this, but I remember we were sitting there partying before, and I went, "This is making me feel like Photoshop." People were like, "Why?" And I went, "The layers." I was like, I could just hear the layers coming in. I was like, "Want to hear you?" It's like is it what? I can't think of it. I'll find it after. But see, like just listening to it, like hearing like the piano come in, and then like after a while you just heard like the wee two come in, and I was like, I could literally have us all saying that.
I know, well, that's the way it is. It's like when I'm making music, it's kind of like you always have to keep the ear interested. Yeah. So when they hear something, you don't overdo it because you don't want them getting bored of it. You kind of have to let them kind of like be like, your ears kind of like wanting it again. It's kind of like food for your ears. Because your ears hungry to hear it again. Like, so then you bring it back in again. You keep teasing them with it until you build it up.
But that's the way. I gotta sneeze. Sorry. But that's the exact thing. Because see, when you add it in Photoshop, like I add it in layers, so you have the background layer, right, and then you add something on top of it. So that's why I would think when I was like obviously black on the party, I was like, this is making me feel like Photoshop.
Yeah.
And then
that's kind of like the way most creative stuff, and it's even like an artist. So you're painting on layers and layers, and all creative sort of.
People think get it, Richie. You weren't in the party.
You
probably were in the party, but you weren't in the party.
I was there in spirit.
You know the song too. What is it? It's fucking piano. You know, I can't find it on my phone. There's too many songs, and I know what it is.
I'll come back to you after the podcast.
Scala.
A Scala.
Do you know what I mean? And it's like, and it really is like layers, like, and then there's like a wee background part. Like I remember going like there's a wee tweet that comes in it, like a wee bird. And I'm like, you can be the bird. Tweet.
Is it a gory? Isn't it?
Yeah.
Do
you know what I mean? So I love songs they got, and there's a couple of other songs I like, and people are like, is that it? Because they listening to that like intentionally, they just feel like they're that's just the same the whole way through.
Yeah, that's how I always know like I've made a good track is like when someone that doesn't like dance music likes it, like my sister or my cousin Caitlin. Like, and even my nephew, like I have a new track coming out called True. Yeah. And I'll tell you afterwards I'm not going to jinx it for myself because I fucking do this all the time. But it's if he tells me I might put it in the bottom. But I'll tell you afterwards, but it's fucking huge. The person that wants it. Actually, so he's testing it at the minute in his sets, and if he takes it, like this will be like the biggest bucket list. Wasn't they seen the Weekend Week? No. I was good. I know it was. Good. Yeah. So. But anyway, like I stuck it on me and my nephew. We were going to the gym the other morning. It was 4:30 in the morning. I was like, "Will you hear this?" Because I nearly slept in that morning because I was up so late making it. And then he was like, let him hear this, and I stuck it on. He was like, that's fucking brilliant. And I was like, that's how you know it's good when like someone doesn't like dance music starts to like it. So it's like that's your kind of. Was it yours? It's your new song. You're in love. You're in love. Yeah. And I think did you send that to Shay like around about Christmas? Yeah. And then Shay was like, "Have you heard Richie's new tune? We were doing that advert for like Smash Bros." And I said, "Have you? I'll send it on the way home." That's a Belter as well. Do you know the vocal for that too? Is like I think it's like 16. She did it under a different name. Actually. Yeah, and then we got the vocal for it. Don't want anybody fucking. Cut that part out. I'll bleep it out. So I'm gonna bleep the name out so they don't know. Pay a $5 not gonna say. Yeah, do bleep it out because no, I wouldn't do it. Right, but there's a couple of things that in my head I have to bleep out. Do you know what I mean? You haven't even realised. I don't want to bring it to your attention early on because you make it awkward. Fuck, honestly, like, see if you heard that. Beep. Beep 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 that part out because we're not gonna let you know where I got it from. It doesn't sound like the same track. It's like I'll find like a load of my like vocals, the best vocals samples to find, or like old R&B tracks, old 90s R&B tracks, or like soul tracks from the 60s. Yeah, black soul singers from the 60s, like female soul singers from the 60s. Like they're the best ones to get it from. I remember Duff being in like our church, something with Nal like years ago, and they were playing Sasha, and it was just known as track 10. And they were like, "What song is this?" And he went, "I bet you can't really get it." And I was like, "Here, how do people not know I was gay?" I got that shit away. Hey man, Destiny's Chain Emotions. Because on here, where are you now? Yeah, went, that's Destiny's Chain Emotions. I know. You'd never think it was though. And it's unreal. And I went, I know, but that's like see, sampling music. It's like an art form. Yeah, it's like when you do it right. Yes, and you take something that sounds one way, but you're taking it and making it sound completely different and giving it a whole new lease of life. Yeah, and like something that it would never. There's one that usually been gelled with. I know there's one like the you all listen to. I don't even know what I do have it on YouTube. Like I've liked it on YouTube. But I'm shipping on like who the actually, but like it's a Justin Timberlake sample. Oh yeah, I know. What is it? It's fucking. I know the name of the track. Do you know what I mean? I can tell you, but the artwork looks like a wee candle. It's like or something. Gonna write you a symphony. Yes, and I just that on a loop. But then I didn't. Yes, and I didn't realize. That's it. But I didn't realize until I heard like Justin Timberlake singing. I went, I know that's where it comes from. Yeah, but you'd never know when you're listening to the track what it's actually from. That's what we call write you a symphony, but probably because we're not that creative when it comes to like. I think Sessions was called track 10. That's just called Destiny's Chain Emotion Section Remix. I know. Do you know after all those years, it only got released recently? Did it? Yeah, track 10 only got released recently, but they had to like get like someone to re-sing it because they couldn't clear the sample of it, obviously, because it's fucking Beyonce.
I think it's Michelle.
Yeah,
I think everything everybody was Michelle. I went, that's wee Michelle finally got her chance. You Michelle, who's Michelle? Michelle from Beyonce. From Disney Sayland, Michelle from Beyonce. Still on, living under her shadow, love. Right, fuck, my phone went off. Didn't die, like. Chill out, Leo. I'm only joking. So this is actually our last question. But it's sort of similar. Who would be your dream name up to go and see?
Oh, to go and see? Actually, I was doing an interview for the release that's coming out in Sasha's label next week, and it was like, who would be a great lineup to go and see? And I was like, DJ Harvey, Artwork, and Andrew Reverill, all back to back in Pikes in Ibiza.
And place and all sorted. And actually,
that would be a fucking...
No, I thought you were going to say Daft Punk.
Yeah, do you know, that probably would be as well.
I bet you say Daft Punk, and I was like,
yeah.
Fucking say
no, I'm actually a fucking massive Daft Punk fan as well.
I always remember you telling me I was the best. Was that the best?
Yeah, the best gig I've ever been to. Yeah. Unreal.
I can't think of much Daft Punk songs now, actually. Now that I'm thinking of it.
Is there a dog named after a DJ?
Yes, I always said you section was named after station.
You're not telling us. He mates dogs named after you.
It's me and his dog too. And he picks it out. Yeah, they're like Sasha. My mum loves Sasha too.
Aye.
Yeah.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, she's meant to let you know. That's why our dog goes partying. See, before my mum went on holiday, right? My mum went on holiday with Sarah, and like we were all going to Mandela Hall for like Christmas. It was all over Christmas, and like Joe and Tiernan all were my ma's. So we went to the rave and then came back, and like it was dead on. We were partying there for like a couple of hours, and then somebody was like, "The dog's missing." So I put a post up, and then like, this random person messaged and says, "Oh, is this your dog?" And like during this party, we all leave the beat. The dog came up, stoned up Alex. I swear to God, or like the way my dog, the husky, has blue eyes. It was like looking at my eyes, stoned, all blood. Shut the fuck. She's come up here. Tiernan went down to get her in a taxi, and she came up in the Sabbath. She got in a taxi. They were like stumbling into a taxi. She was like,
"Where did she? How far did
she get?" Leiston.
Fuck me.
In a flat partying with all these fellas. No, sure, I should scratch through the door like as well, but I fucking isn't that mad? So here, Sasha loves a party. She lives up to the name. I couldn't get that out there. Fucking hell, them dead man's fingers are fucking me up. Not actually.
I just got that as well. You fucking weird.
These. No, I'm not gonna throw that to you. Fucking gig. But here, that's us, mate. That's fucking us. That's a good wee session there. It's not as bad, isn't it?
I know, but it's like, as I said before, it's like I just hate
know.
interviews, hate talking on camera, I hate fucking getting my photo taken.
This is a lot.
And do you know what? I'm still fucking dreading it because if they get more press shots taking a game with you, and I'm like dreading them too.
Are you doing it, right?
No, we'll do them another time. This is enough for one night.
We can take them in here and stuff.
Aye, well, we'll come down one night.
Yeah, or we can go out and do lifestyle ones as well.
Aye, we'll do something.
This is consultation. This is a
consultation.
consultation.
This is just a consultation. Did I pass?
Yeah, you passed. You passed. There you go, mate. You made it. Well done. Yeah, so plenty of stuff coming out anyway. So everybody, what's your plugins? Where can they find you?
You can find me.
You can find me anywhere.
Yeah, I've got. You can find me on Instagram. You can listen to my music on YouTube, Spotify, anywhere you can listen to music. You can listen to me. Yeah.
Know how you know he's big. You can add his music on your Instagram stories.
There you go.
And TikTok. TikTok's harder to find people on.
That's how you know you've made it.
That's how you know.
Yeah, I don't even have TikTok. I didn't even know that either. So that's some new information.
Why next I put a post up today? I was like, but you can't get this on fucking TikTok because TikTok's harder to get stuff on. And then I was like, you can't. You've made it, man.
Yeah, I've made it.
Never made all the gigs. You can get your shit on TikTok. Yes. Result.
Oh, I can die happy now. I'm on a platform I don't use.
Don't worry, I look at it for.
I'm gonna have to start using it though.
See, to be honest, mate, it's a tricky one to do. Like, it's very, like, I haven't posted in a couple of days, and like I feel like you notice it slip. You become,
yeah.
It's very.
For me, it's kind of like, it's almost like
It's
I
raw.
just have that stigma in my head from when it first came out, and it was just kids doing dances.
Aye.
That's what I still have in my head,
Sure, all the
but
kids
apparently
get
it's not like that anymore.
All the kids get blocked.
Like, do you ever see the meme? It's like, I don't have TikTok. I just watched it on Instagram a week later, like a normal human. That's me.
That's what Tom Club said to me as well.
I watch videos on Instagram that have the TikTok logo in the bottom. A week after they've happened, I send them to my nephew and stuff, and he goes, "That was like ages ago."
But see, like TikTok though, it's a lot of it's corns and snowflakes. So see what you see on Instagram Reels.
Yeah.
It's like it's the good crack. It's
Yeah.
it's the funny controversial why I shouldn't laugh. Do you know what I mean? Like you fucking see all the good crack about the Eminem videos, but you'll not see any good ones on fucking TikTok because everyone's it's Gen Z.
I don't know. I'm losing track with all. There's the snowflakes, then there's Gen Z, and there's.
So we're millennials. So the thing is with the millennials is everyone's saying now the millennials are the ones, but their parents were fighting for them. It's nothing to listen to Eminem, but. Now they've grew up and they want to listen to Eminem. So their kids telling them they should listen to Eminem because there's no fakes, and that's generally it.
It definitely is.
It's good crack. Eminem and this. But yes, so that's enough for us this week. Next week it's going to be. Do you guys kick that? Yeah. You do that a lot because last week you done that as well. So that's us done for this week, and next week me and Sarah's going to be in Barcelona, so we're going to do like a quick one. So. Stay tuned, stay fresh, and like that. See you later.
Cheers.